guys, welcome back to another episode of the Not So Super Fan. So, Joker, directed by Todd Phillips, starring Joaquin Phoenix, Robert De Niro, and is it Jada Beats or Rob Beats? Who cares? But this movie here, is I'm gonna go ahead and say right here. You know, I love the Heath Ledger Joker, but right now I gotta watch this movie again. But right now, me personally, I feel that this is probably a better Joker than the Heath Ledger representation. I really enjoyed this character. The reason I feel, first of all, before I even start my review, the reason I feel like this character is probably the best, is a better Joker than the Heath Ledger Joker, because in this movie, you get a one shot of, like, as far as the directing, it's all focused on the character Joker. In the Dark Knight Rise, you got Joker, Batman, Gordon, Harvey Dent. There's a lot of character as far as the movie focuses on, so you don't really get as much as the Joker as you want. But this movie focuses on Arthur Fleck, this character, and his path to becoming the Joker. Watching this movie, first of all, before I went into this movie, I had there was a lot of controversy going on around social media. As far as this movie, this is talking about this movie is going to encourage a shooter because the horror. This movie is violent. This movie is sending out the wrong message. It made me uncomfortable going into this movie. It didn't really make me uncomfortable because of what the movie was. It made me uncomfortable because of what the media was doing. Because it was like they were begging for somebody with all this controversy. It's like they were begging for somebody to go out there and do the act of violence because of this movie, so they could blame it on this movie. But compared to other movies that came out this year, this movie is not that violent. You know, you had Rambo. They didn't really talk about much about Rambo as far as violence because this movie is pretty gory. Ready or Not. And there's plenty of other movies that came out before that that's pretty violent compared to this movie. And I'm talking about this year alone. And yes, this movie has violence, but it's the way they introduce the violence, how the character leads to becoming the psychopath. But in the beginning of the movie, you meet Arthur Fleck, and right there in the get-go, you know something's wrong with this guy, you know? Yes, Gotham has his issue, but it was already something wrong with this guy because, you know, he's on medication. He has this issue going on with him, and of course his laughter, which you are introduced to at the beginning, and you see that he they make the laughter as this uncontrollable condition that every time he laughs, you can see that he's in pain, and which I was fine with. But the Gotham part of it itself, how everything piles on this guy, you know, he works his job as a clown, you know, I'm pretty sure it was minimum wage, and he's getting harassed by people, you know, getting beat up. So every other problem everything that could go wrong with this guy goes wrong. You know, he gets jumped at the subway. And the scene where he gets his first kill, and there's a part where he goes into a restroom and he starts dancing, and the soundtrack to this song he's dancing to, it's eerie, it's ominous, and he's just doing the way he's dancing it's just eerie and ominous. And there's certain scene where you see Arthur Fleck's his body, like the way this character, it just made you feel like there's something wrong with this guy, you know. And certain movie where you see a character, they kill people, they have some type of remorse, but Arthur Fleck, he reveled in it after he just, you know, he enjoyed it. It's like at that first kill he got, he was high off of it. And this movie also has this kind of social issue going on as far as the 1% and the 99% of the, which is what works with the Joker, because he used that. If you ever watch, if you want to compare this to the Dark Knight, which is what worked for the Joker as far as, you know, him causing chaos, because this Joker was always about chaos, and this movie does lead to that part as far as the Joker. And if you guys read The Killing Joke, or you watched the movie, it doesn't really give you tell you that this is the definitive origin of the Joker. And this movie does that also, the way it tells you the story of Arthur Fleck, because there's one scene that leads to it, and you find out more about this character. And it minor spoiler, but it doesn't doesn't tell you that, oh, this is the definite origin of the Joker. And I love that they did that. It kind of leave the Joker as this mysterious character. And you meet Thomas Wayne. You know, they kind of introduced Thomas Wayne as this kind of pompous asshole, but I was fine with it. It didn't really bother me. But once again, the path that he takes to becoming the Joker, you think at one point this character, Arthur Fleck, would have something nice going on for him for his life. But it turns out that it was all in his mind, and like, damn. And when his hero, this person he idolized, embarrasses him, it just puts him into the down spiral, because he's already, like I said before, he's already crazy. There's certain scene, like certain thing happened to him, you feel remorse for this character, but he would do something after that. It's like, damn, this guy is crazy. He's to the tipping point, and he was to the tipping point. And especially when you find out about his past, you know, there was nothing good that happened in this guy's life, and I'm not gonna say I felt sympathy for him, but you felt bad for the guy. But it doesn't excuse what he did. If you have any common sense, it doesn't excuse what he did. But towards the end of the movie, the last 30-20 minutes of the movie, when he finally becomes the Joker, which is probably the best part of the movie, I would say this shows you that when it comes to DC and villains, they have a way with their villain. I would say their villains are more interesting than Marvel villains. Yes, Marvel, they have Loki or Thanos, but DC, when it comes to the villain, their villain are more interesting than Marvel villain, and this movie shows that. And I'm pretty sure Joaquin Phoenix will get nominated for an Oscar, or this movie will get nominated for an Oscar somehow, because it is that good. And I really enjoy every bit of it. This movie is very dark, it's ominous, it's eerie. You get all types of emotion out of this movie, and The Joker is probably the best comic book movie of this year so far. Todd Phillips did a great job. I know he has his own controversy going on, but as far as this movie, he did a great job. But in nowhere, this movie, I feel personally, is a message to people out there to go out and do killing, you know? And I don't want to go into this whole subject about that, but I think it was irresponsible of the media to do that, you know, to talk about this movie like it was somehow a message to a psychopath to go and do killing, or to promote violence, because there's plenty of other movies out there that promote violence, and I think it was very irresponsible. But and like, once again, I said, it was like they were asking for somebody to cause mass violence, and this movie does not do that, because there was a lot of people in the movie theater, and they all enjoyed it. There's this movie, there's a moment you laugh in this movie, there's a moment you feel sad, bad for the character, there's a moment you feel comfortable because what the character is doing. But it was at the end of it, if you watch a movie, you're supposed to get those type of emotion, and if you take those feelings and you do something else with it, then it's not the movie, it's something that is wrong with you, the person. And let me go back to this movie. I really enjoyed the Joker, and definitely, again, he's probably one of the best character as far as character introduction or origin story when it comes to comic I've seen this year. And I'm definitely gonna give the Joker an 8. Definitely check out this movie, guys. It was really enjoyable. If you guys have any thoughts, let me know what you think. Because Joaquin Phoenix did a great job portraying this character, you know. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below, and I will be getting back at you with more reviews and reaction.